Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Bones, and as always, we are joined by Cat Rob. What's happening, guys?
Hey.
Every time you start the intro, I have to fight the urge to not interrupt you.
Well,
I always want to fuck it up for you.
You've done it recently.
I know, but every time I want to do it, and then I stop myself most times.
Why do you want to do that to me?
I don't know. It's just this urge that I have every time you start.
Like, are you proud of yourself? Like, why is it your goal to make every single aspect of my being miserable?
I don't know. It just, I don't know.
It sounds fun.
There's something about you. You know what I mean? Like, you ever meet a guy who's got like a punchable face?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but not the same, but kind of the same.
It's like that, but different.
Yeah.
You have podcast interruption voice.
Yeah. It's just something about your voice makes me want to interrupt you.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thanks for listening back again, guys. We appreciate everybody coming back. We are rolling towards the end of February.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, this is going to be a Black History Month episode. We're talking a classic Night of the Living Dead. We also have this. We got a lot of shit going on. We got slashies coming up too.
Nope, did those already.
Excuse me, I'm intoxicated. We just got on done with the slashies. We got Murder Madness coming up.
Yeah, I haven't checked that spreadsheet in a while. How's that coming along?
About pretty much the same since we argued with each other. Me and Rob argued on the spreadsheet, guys.
Yeah.
So that's what it's come to.
Because you don't understand the system.
No, it's because we happen to be on it at the same time, and I seen your little thing pop up, and I immediately felt the urge to yell at you and tell you not to touch nothing.
Why are you gonna be that way?
I mean, you kind of
I don't have a
You've got
punchable face.
interruptible spreadsheet icon.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Well, I had like, I'm so mad at myself because I was laying in bed. I having trouble sleeping one night, and I came up with a list of like 5,000 that would be perfect for this bracket, and now I don't remember a single fucking one of them.
I made a list. I've been so afraid to open the spreadsheet, guys.
I think the spreadsheet's fine. I haven't been on there.
I mean, I haven't touched it. I mean, Kat hasn't seen it at all, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all.
Oh.
That being said, I've been working on it. I have a list of stuff to add, but I'm scared.
You don't want to transport. It's not that bad. It's a brief argument.
Okay.
I've never seen an argument on a spreadsheet before.
Yeah, that's the part that concerns me. Is not how brief the argument is. It's the fact that it's in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it happened in the spreadsheet, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it here. That's what it is.
I don't have it anymore. What happened?
You do this every week.
Oh wait, that's right. I remember. I had to go through this thing because Mikey tried to block me out of it, but I found a way around it because I'm like a hacker.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I even invited him back to it
There we
again
go.
last week.
I got it. No, look, it's trying to give me tips on how to do a spreadsheet. Like I need that.
Wow.
Get the
this
fuck
thing-
out of here.
The AI is smarter than it looks. Wow.
Get out of here. Like I need help.
Look at Robbie. Say, get the fuck out of here.
Uh-huh.
Right here, right?
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo. Oh no, I gotta cut that out.
You said
Yeah,
it.
I know. You're taking advantage of me right now, you little bastard. I'm highly intoxicated.
Oh, were you going to talk about upcoming stuff?
No.
Still?
What are you gonna talk about? Cat, I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be.
Oh no.
I've got a horror court.
Oh shit.
My boyfriend asked me to call a horror court. He was kidding. He's about to be really embarrassed because I'm following through on it. He pointed out, we were talking about Terrifier a couple weeks ago, and he very astutely pointed out, Mikey said that Jason has never cut anyone in half, and he took offense to this.
Yeah.
He knew offhand that not only had Jason cut someone in half with a machete, but he knew the movie also off the top of his head, which made me very. He's come a long way. I'm very
3,
proud
right?
of him. Part 3, yeah.
Yeah, the guy doing the handstand. I can't believe I let that
Yeah,
slide.
but he didn't go all the way though.
And he did concede that he was not cut in half
Right.
long ways, but that wasn't the statement made. He also did say that he doesn't think he's going to be watching Terrifier in the immediate future. He does not have a desire to see anyone cut in half long ways.
Damn.
The cut in half long ways is kind of cool. It's everything else that sucks. You can't see a damn thing in the movie, and there's a gun, and it's stupid.
You remember my New Year's resolution?
Yeah, but I didn't make that New Year's resolution. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, why would you do it in front of me knowing that? Terrifier was great. We're not about to do that right now, but I will say this. Mr. Cat's boyfriend, I'm very proud of you, sir. I'm very proud of you. Because even though I would argue that the gentleman doing the handstand and the very bad 3D effect that they were trying to do. Yes, he was.
Hey.
What's the matter?
That 3D looks good.
But you can't watch it in 3D though.
No, I know. 10
Can't
minutes
see
in, I get a
shit.
headache.
Can't see shit. Yeah. But yes, he was. Jason did do it, and you not being a traditional horror fan, I respect that you remembered that, pointed it out. Kudos to you, sir. But yeah, no, I mean, if he's seen what we're talking about, he would understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But kudos there. He's got a good point. Man's got a point.
Yeah, I thought that was worth bringing up.
Yeah, and also tip of the cap to you, Cat's boyfriend guy, for calling Mikey on his bullshit. I appreciate that. Secondly, you can stop being a freeloader and sign up for the Patreon
Holy
anytime
shit.
you'd like. It's patreon.com/slasherradio. You cheap son of a bitch.
Everyone can join him in that. Everyone can join him in no longer being bullied by signing up to the Patreon.
It's. I mean, you see all the work the Cat does that goes into this show, and yet you still don't donate any money. I'm just saying, if you were a supportive boyfriend, maybe, but
Wow.
I don't know what's going on there.
I feel safe in saying that I am now Kat's favorite co-host from as far as her boyfriend standpoint.
Yeah,
I feel like I might be her boyfriend's favorite on the show. And he can also go to slasherradio.com and click on shop, and you can get a shirt with my face on it.
You can't do that. I will break up with you.
That would be a gift for both you and Kat.
No.
Kat, could you imagine? Like, see, that's the fucked up thing. Like, I'm that type of guy to where if I'm dating somebody and I knew that would annoy them, 1,000,000%, I'd order that shirt without saying a word. You just come home one day and bam, Rob on the couch.
He did say that he would wear a 5 Cream 2 t-shirt, though.
Oh, come on, man. What is he doing? He's all over the place. He's not dependable as far as, these takes that he's making, Kat. That's the only problem. He's
I
up
don't
and
know,
down.
man. I don't know. I think he's onto something.
Probably. So obviously it's complete tomfoolery. But back to the original. But yeah, I mean, yes, in theory, Jason did cut some, but now here's the other. He didn't do it like Art.
It wasn't long ways.
It wasn't. He just that was like an incision. What Jason did.
It wasn't long ways, but also there are some cutting in half scenes that are just more gruesome than others. Right. The one that always sticks out to me is Wrong Turn 2. That was like the best shot of that movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that it's been done, sure, but it was never quite done like that. Especially in the first edition of, I know we can't really call them a franchise yet, but it seems to be going. Rob, need I remind you that the Slasher Radio name is going to be in the credits of Terrifier 2?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in that. Matter of fact, I would like it if they could put in parentheses except Rob.
Can you request that? Oh my god, that would be the funniest thing. Can you imagine too? You're just like sitting watching Terrifier 2. You don't listen to the show, and it's just, and you see in the thanks section, it's like Slasher Radio except Rob. And you're like, what the fuck?
That would make me eternally happy.
That would be the best advertisement for our podcast of all time, because people would have to look us up just to see what the fuck happened with that.
The balls that it would take to come to these people and be like, hey, I supported you. I gave you my money to help make your dream come true. But can you exclude somebody who thinks what you're doing is a pile of shit?
Is it too late to, because I would put money down just to get the except Rob in parentheses. Like, listen, when you credit me, can it be on the Slasher Radio thing?
It might be good. I don't know. Maybe they'll have enough money or whatever, and they'll make a better movie. Oh, we'll see.
They made a phenomenal movie. Okay, that was enough.
Debatable.
I think anytime you complain about Terrifier, you now have to watch the new Texas Chainsaw.
Oh God. Yeah. How mad will you be, Mikey, if I go to this convention? Because David, whatever Thornton, whatever his name is going to be there if I get a picture with him.
I'd be happy. You should. He's, look, Rob, say what you want about, Art the Clown is phenomenal. Himself, isolated, right?
Yeah. Okay. No, I like Art. Okay. I do like Art. I probably won't get a picture with him, though, because honestly, Art scares the shit out of me.
All right, I'm looking at the Terrifier 2 thing now in my Indiegogo. I have supported on this account 3 things. One of them being Terrifier 2. The other, Cold Comfort. That was a project from Brandon Reines, been on the show a bunch of times. I got a comic book from that. I forget, and it's Canadian too, by the way. And also, for some reason, which is my top contribution in amount, by the way, I gave to a movie called Don't Fuck in the Woods 2.
Oh, I saw Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it was awful. I don't know how the fuck this even happened, but a long time ago, we had like the director and one of the executive producers or somebody on the show. And I don't know. I just ended up donating to the second one. I think our name's going to be in the credits of that too.
I thought about auditioning for that because they were having like an open casting call like 40 minutes from my house. And I was like, should I go do that?
Nice.
Holy shit.
I didn't know there was a sequel.
Yeah, apparently it's caught up in all kinds of distribution stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a thank you credit in the film, thank you note from the director, a social media shout out, cast sign, DVD of Don't Fuck in the Woods 2, and a DVD of the first one.
I think I didn't like the first one, but I don't really remember it.
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't good.
All right. That's what I kind of remembered, but I was like, maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't really remember it.
It's kind of funny. I'm gonna get a shout out. Keep in mind, where'd my Twitter go? Keep in mind, I have currently at the moment 15.7 thousand followers. I'm going to get a shout out as part of a perk from the Twitter of Don't Fuck in the Woods with 295 followers. How backwards is that? What the fuck? I just thought
That's hilarious.
That is.
I can't believe you got that many followers. Ain't nobody want to hear your bullshit.
How did that happen? I know.
I don't know.
Tony Todd being one of them. He will come up later.
Tony Todd is following me too. I was so excited.
Tony Todd.
DM him about that. That's crazy.
I love Tony Todd. Leave that man alone.
How mad would you be if I got Tony Todd to follow you? Oh man, I could probably. Never mind. Yeah. So, yeah. Shout out to Mr. Cat's boyfriend.
Yeah,
being an astute horror viewer.
We're proud of him.
That was a good pickup. Good catch.
And not too thrilled that he used this moment to shit talk to like throw me under the bus though. Come on.
That makes it even that much sweeter.
Come on. You don't got to do all that.
And nobody wants to hear about your New Year's resolution anymore, Mikey. I made a resolution to go to the gym too.
Yeah. I'm doing better with mine than you are. All right. So you guys ready to get into the news? Because this is a really important movie that we're going to be covering this week, and I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, let's do some news.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius.
Okay. Rob's favorite part. News you gotta click.
Oh no.
Yeah.
My computer is not thrilled about this either.
Oh boy. Well.
Oh, that porn.
Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is kind of like a
oh my god
deal. I don't know if that's a good oh my god or not.
Terrifying. The only part that loaded were the eyes at the bottom, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so Mezco is they have a Scooby-Doo pack. It's it looks like it's a box set of the whole Scooby-Doo gang, action figures. I forget what else people call them. I don't know, but what do you guys think?
This is awesome,
right?
Now that it's loaded, it's a lot less terrifying.
Yeah, I mean they got the deluxe set that comes with the haunted mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the mystery machine.
Although Fred looks like he's seen a bit too much. If you look into Fred's eyes,
kind of does.
Fred looks like he's listening to an episode of Sexy Time with Rob.
Yeah, kind of does.
Yeah, I like Scooby-Doo. My favorite cartoon of all time was a pup named Scooby-Doo.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was Scrappy.
Oh, Scrappy-Doo, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Remember that? I used to watch Scooby-Doo a lot when I was a kid. I watched that new one, too, that came out, a few years ago? When was that?
That one was not good.
No, it wasn't. But I was like, I'll check it out. I like Scooby-Doo. But that's a cool set, man. If I was a figure guy, I'd get it.
Well, we're not done with the figures yet. The next thing I wanted to talk about was NECA. So if you want to see the Scooby-Doo thing, just go to Mezco's website. You'll be able to find it. Moving on to NECA.
Oh my god.
Oh, goddamn, that's awesome.
So be the one, Rob.
This might be the one.
That is awesome.
NECA has a creature feature action figure from The Thing. Is this it, Rob? Is this the one?
I don't know. That's awesome. Basically, it's the Thing exploding from the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is amazing.
Their Instagram, if you go to NECA's Instagram, they've got all you guys listening. They have like a 360 spin around where you see the whole thing.
Yeah, they do.
It's crazy. Does this comes apart?
Apparently, because they've got it done like a couple of different ways in the video.
Yeah, if you look in the video, there's like
Oh my
different
God.
stages. Oh, Rob,
Mhm.
this gotta be. If this doesn't do it, nothing.
I don't know, man. What am I gonna do? Sit around play the thing at home?
It's
Yes.
tax season.
Like, I don't know.
All right.
I'll tell you though, these are the one. I think if I got into figures, this NECA Ultimate Collection is probably the ones I would get because
Yeah.
they just look so awesome. Like all of them look amazing.
This is the coolest one I've seen. I'm tempted on this one.
Yeah, this is. I mean, we just talked about Mezco. Mezco makes out really good stuff, but like, it's something about NECA has got that little like, je ne sais quoi
Yeah,
about it. The little details that no one else but NECA gets.
yeah. They have two lines that I really like that NECA does. They've got the Ultimate line, which just always looks amazing, and then they also have what's it called, like Toonie Terrors or something.
Yes,
I like those a lot too.
me too.
I
Yeah,
like that kind of stuff. Where like it's sort of like a silly version or cartoonish version of
yes.
like Michael Myers or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I like those a lot. So, all right, Rob, before you completely say no, I got one more to tempt. Here's another NECA figure that's coming out. Target revealed this one in a haulathon event. There is a signed Elvira
Oh.
figure, and I mean,
Aw.
right? It's fucking awesome, dude. It's just Elvira standing there, like it's not a creature or anything, but it just looks so perfect.
Those look cool.
That cute little dagger also.
Yeah,
Yes,
There it
I
is.
can play with their boobies.
you pervert.
Did you see for a while they were selling Elvira boob pillows? And I was like, oh my
Really?
God.
No, I
Where?
did not see that, or I would probably own one.
I think it might have been a fan thing. I think it might have been like
Oh.
an Etsy shop or something. But
Yeah.
I thought about they looked comfy.
Hold on.
Huh.
I have to. I might be the one buying something here.
Now it doesn't say. Is this part of the Ultimate line, or what is this?
I don't know.
Let's-
Oh
let's
my
see it
God,
in here.
that's not it. That's Elvira practically naked. Okay, not.
But
what
they
I'm-
do. I mean, they've got so many cool figures though. Like the Universal Monster stuff that they've been putting out looks so awesome.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I may or may not have been looking into NECA figures.
Mm.
Oh.
I have not purchased one yet. I'm still
But
not a
the
figure
thing.
guy.
Rob,
I'm
look at it this way. You're on the road. You're there.
But I can't afford it, Mikey.
I
You
understand,
think
but
I'm made of money? I'm over here ordering $60 bennies being imported from England. I got fucking vinyl records. I'm all over the place.
you're gonna kick yourself in the ass one day because you're gonna eventually buy one. It's not gonna be as cool as that one from the thing.
It's
You're
just
be
gonna
pissed.
sit on a shelf too. That's the thing about it.
Okay.
Like, I guess if I could wrap my mind around a cool way to display them, then maybe. But like, I see a lot of people, like if you go like I don't know, online, you look at other people's collections, they just have like the boxes on a bookshelf.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to spend, $30 or $35 or whatever one of those things costs just to stick it on a shelf and never, look at. Like, I'd want it displayed in a cool way.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but then you need double the space because you need the space to
I know.
display and then the place to. You got to store the box. You can't get rid of it.
I know, and I got all these Blu-rays and vinyl records everywhere. I don't have space. I don't have money. I don't have space. I got nothing.
You're on the road already, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm just determined to get you to buy one of these damn things one day. It has to be because of me. It has to be.
Remember when Kat used to be the one who bought shit?
Hell, it's us. God damn, how'd this happen?
I don't know. It used to just be Kat.
No. Yeah, Kat, remember those days where it was like my news segment goal was to get you to buy something?
Yeah.
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 I think, look, we should all just start collecting them.
No.
'Cause if I could get you guys to go in on it too, then I wouldn't feel as bad.
No, see, and this
The
is
thing
something-
one tempts me. Like, that is the coolest action figure I think I've ever seen.
This is something Rob's been doing. Like every time he wants to buy something dumb, he sends it in our little group chat
Uh-huh.
and aims it directly at me is like nudging me to buy it. Because if I buy something, that doesn't magically give you more money to make it okay to buy it.
But somehow in my mind, it's like, well, Mikey got it. If Mikey can get it, I can get it.
Do that to Greg.
But I have looked at these things. These NECA Ultimate figures are awesome. And I've thought long and hard about it, but I have fought off the temptation to buy one so far. There's a lot of them, too. That's the other thing. Because if I get one, I got to get them all.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mikey has a point, though. Like, if you do start getting them, you're going to look back and be like, I wish I had started with the dog from the thing.
You definitely will.
I don't know, though, because there's so many other cool ones,
This one, it looks so realistic.
Like this pinhead here is pretty cool.
Right, but if you didn't get that specific pinhead, there's so many other pinheads. How many of these dog things from the thing are you going to be able to find?
I don't know. I was just trying to get Kat to take the bait on the fact that there was a pinhead.
Nope.
I don't know. It's a really cool figure. I'm not in the figure game at the moment, though. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
I'm not currently looking them up.
Okay.
I'm kind of with Rob on like the space issue.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the financials are a big part of it, but like everything I touch is just covered in bookshelves, and it's like I need this space for books.
Yeah, I mean that's a big problem is the space and also the money because I'm gonna want. I know my personality. I wouldn't be able to just buy one and be like, oh, this is from a movie I like. I'd be like, well, now I have to buy everything they've ever released.
It's hard.
All right, well, moving along from the figures, I'll get Rob one day.
But I had to pull back on Funko Pops because of that.
Yeah, that was a slippery slope.
Yeah,
that I'm gonna do it one day, man.
I was doing the Game of Thrones ones for a while, and it's like there are too many goddamn characters in this show. If I keep this up.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of horror ones for my office at work, and then I was like, okay, that shelf in the office is full. I'm done. I'm not gonna be spending any more money on these things. Except for the 3 Prince ones they released. I bought all 3 of them.
They had a Sharknado one that I'm still beating myself up for not getting the Sharknado Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. Next thing I wanted to mention was Stranger Things apparently announced that season 5 will be its final season.
Oh no, the horror.
Wait,
not the Stranger Things season 5.
How many seasons have they done? I thought they only done 3. So they doing 2 more?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 4th one, I think they gave a date to that, or like was announced for it, and then they also announced the following season will be their final one.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I thought, did I miss a season of Stranger Things? Because I don't remember there being 3. All right. I mean, it doesn't that feel like that's sort of run its course?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. Like, I enjoyed the first season a lot. I thought the second season was trash. And then I thought they brought it back around with the 3rd season. I thought it was pretty good. So, I'll watch it. I'll watch 2 more seasons of that. It's fine. I'm not going to be broken when it goes away, though.
Fair enough.
I always feel bad. Sometimes people just get my expectations too high for stuff. Because I didn't have a problem with Stranger Things other than everyone told me. Seriously, so many people in my life told me I have never seen a show that is more like you than Stranger Things. And I got so hyped up for it. And then it was like, it's okay. It's fine. But man.
Yeah. Well, and it had that. It was cursed also with that thing that whenever anything comes out on Netflix, people who apparently never seen a horror thing in their life are like, it's the scariest thing ever.
Yeah, I did think it was going to be a horror show because people especially just knowing me, it's like I think people would know that I'm into scarier stuff typically, but
right. Yeah, like watching it, I'm like, all right, so this is a kid's show, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's scary in the same way that Gremlins is scary.
It's terrifying and it's quirky and they play Dungeons and Dragons and I've never seen a show more like that. It's like I'm kind of offended, actually, now that I've seen Stranger Things. But I think I would have liked it a lot more if everyone had just shut up about it. Like if no one had told me about Stranger Things, I probably would like it a lot more than I do.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, whatever. I got no problem with the show, but I won't cry when it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. I never really Stranger Things, so I don't care. Next thing I wanted to bring up, unfortunately, Dead by Daylight's in the news.
Sweet. My favorite game.
Not entertaining that. Their Ringu crap is, I think they announced that it's coming out in March. It's out for the beta testing thing where people can go play as, all that with the upcoming release. But behavior, the bigger thing that I wanted to talk about was, because I don't care about that, Dave Richardson. Oh no, just Dave Richard. He sat down with Newsweek and apparently he said that his dream would be for Dead by Daylight to work with Stephen King property.
Oh boy.
And I mean, if they did the Pennywise, if they did original Pennywise, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. What if they made the killer that was the goblin truck from Maximum Overdrive?
It'd be horrible.
If you could play just like it would almost have to be like racing game mechanics, but I would play as the Overdrive truck if they
Hell yeah.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, because that movie is awesome.
No, it's not.
It's only the greatest Stephen King
No, it's not. I look at it as, I mean, look, of course, everybody knows I hate Dead by Daylight. I mean,
because you're a hater.
No, I'm not a hater. They have a shitty, terrible game. But as far as the visuals of their stuff, I've never had a problem with that. Like, it's great. It's phenomenal. I'll give it to it all day long, but it's just fucking, god damn, the mechanics of the fuck. But I mean, it'd be fucking awesome, dude, to have, Pennywise and all these other things. Like, it'd be great to see it, but at the same time, it's like, damn, dude, why?
Imagine Cujo running around there after you
right? Yeah. That'd be awesome.
So you talked about Dead by Daylight. You skimmed over the Sadako thing, the Ringu thing. I want to talk about that because it's actually promo. Sadako being in Dead by Daylight is actually promotion for the new Ringu sequel. It's called Sadako DX. It's in post-production right now, and I am excited about it.
The number puzzles?
Not Sudoku. We had this conversation already. I mean, yeah, I'm salty about Dead by Daylight, so yeah, I guess forgive me for it. But yeah, that's true. That is a pretty good segue into that. I've been wanting to watch. I haven't seen the original, the Ringu. Like, I haven't seen that, and I've been wanting to. So this might be a good time.
I will say, I actually think I'm about to get canceled in the horror community. I actually think the American Ring is better, and I don't often feel that way about stuff. But I've revisited them both recently. After reading the book, I wanted to go back and kind of re-experience them. And I do think that the American one is I think it explains a couple extra things that were kind of vague. But yeah, I do like the series. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I also did not know there are 14 films in this universe. I think it might be it almost has to be counting the remakes, the American ones.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it listed them.
Yeah.
Rings is the best of all of them.
Rings is the funniest out of all of them.
Like I said, this would be a good time to do it. So, I've only seen The Ring. Like, I didn't even see the sequel because it looked absolutely ridiculous.
It was. Yeah. I will say though, I very recently have seen Ringu 2, and we also got the better deal on Ring sequels because so the movies are based off of the Japanese movies are based off of a Japanese trilogy that came out in like the late 90s of books. And the books were so fucking graphic. After like the second one, shit just hits the fan and it gets like really violent and creepy. And it's like, there's no way they can turn this into a movie. So the second Japanese movie just did something else. They're like, what if she was actually alive in the well for 30 years? And it's like, wait, what? Haven't we already dealt with this? So yeah, our remake was dumb, but it was not nearly as bad as the Japanese sequel, I don't think.
Yeah, those Japanese movies, man, they are very hit or miss.
But like, I do think Ringu is good, and man, if you get a chance to read the books, they're terrifying.
No, thank you.
Read the books.
Cat always trying to make somebody read.
And they're scary, and there's stuff that they just like flat out could not have put on screen. I don't think.
Probably not. Well, I don't know, man. Japanese horror has some shit. Man, not here. Probably not. I don't know.
I feel like that's what I want. I want a French adaptation of the Japanese books.
Damn.
Because they don't pull back in French horror.
Fuck that. All right. Quiet Place 3, not expected till 2025.
I wish they would stop. I love Quiet Place. I didn't even dislike Quiet Place 2, but it was such a good standalone movie, and I wish they would not do... I don't need this to be a franchise, you know?
Yeah.
Too late. You made way too much money to not be a franchise.
You're not the bitch of it, man. They will slut something out, dude, and just keep marching it out there for no reason other than to just keep grabbing money, no matter how much is sacrificed. You know?
Yeah.
Don't you think? I just wish that someone would look at a new horror concept like A Quiet Place and be like, oh, we put money into a project. We like took a big chance on this, and people came to see this original story. Let's keep doing that instead of like, oh, people like A Quiet Place? Let's do 6 more Quiet Places.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I do think that the sequel was as good as it could have been.
Yeah, I was, because I just thought they were going to ruin it, and it came out fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't need it.
Is John Krasinski involved in the third one? Do we know? Any ideas on that? I've literally heard nothing about it.
It's got a picture of him on the article, if that, probably doesn't mean anything, but...
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, will I see it? Yeah. Will I like it? Probably not, but who knows?
Yeah.
I was with Kat on the second one. I thought they were just going to ruin the whole thing, and I think they did a decent job. So, I'll see the third one, but my hopes aren't high for it. At some point, this concept runs out of air. Like there's nothing left to do with it.
Yeah, I agree. I figured that was pretty much going to be the consensus of it. So. Last thing I wanted to bring up, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not the movie, the video game. They announced some interesting news this week. That is going to be a 4 survivor versus 3 killer game.
Is one of the killers going to be the new Leatherface from the new movie?
Oh God, I hope not.
I hope so.
No, Gunn would never. They would never. But I mean, that's interesting, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a fun concept.
It sounds great. I'm not going to play it, but
no, I mean, it's.
I mean, it'll make it more fun to watch, I think, because you do see a lot of like Dead by Daylight. You have a killer, but I think it's going to be interesting to watch like just teams,
Yeah, it'd be more fun to watch Mikey get cut in half with a chainsaw.
It'll probably happen more often because, I mean, you think about it, like when I play Friday the 13th, I go in with my friends, we're squatted up. We're a squad of survivors. You go in with a squad of killers, that could be a cheek clapping machine, boy.
Yeah.
Because if you learn how to use these killers, if you get them down good enough, period, just 1v whatever it usually is, you'll shut shit down. You get 3 people working. Oh man, I cannot wait to see how they. So, no fear though, and no Gunn's gonna do a good job, and
I do hope they make it a little bit easier to survive for the players, just because that is something I know players aren't gonna want to play if the matches are too long, but
No.
Just, it would be nice to see a little bit more like escaping and running around and stuff. I say this as a spectator. This is what I want as someone that watches other people play these games. So,
right.
Who knows? But
and that's my thing with Dead by Daylight, man. Like, it's just, you know, I see that's what I like about guns so much, ultimately. Their franchise first mentality, yes, but also the balance they had with Friday the 13th was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And Dead by Daylight could learn something from that, because it's not fun. I don't know how people do it, going in match after match after match, getting rammed in the ass. Like, I don't know. It's not fun to me.
No.
So, you know, actually having a chill, like, even if you don't survive, like, fine. But if you didn't get fucked, you could have a good time.
Well, yeah. It's more fun when you have my skill set, Mike.
Wiggling. That's it.
Yeah.
Getting down within seconds of going, I'm wiggling.
Maybe we should get Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and me and Cat will just play together.
Oh, no.
Bastard, there's 2 other spots. You won't fill me in with at least one of them?
You don't have PlayStation.
Get it on Steam. You can both get it on your Xbox thing.
Wow.
I don't have the Xbox thing.
Damn. Hey, for me then. Wow. That's all right. Me and Let It Hang will play on that spot.
We'll be wiggling. You'll be jealous.
That's right. You'll be so jealous.
To be fair, I would be terrified if I were a survivor and I walked into a situation with 3 killers and they were all just wiggling. I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
I've seen it. Sadly enough, I've seen that on Dead by Daylight. Like, where I run into the killer and they're just standing there shaking back and forth. I'm like, what are you doing?
Was it Rob?
Are you gonna kill me or what? What's going on? It probably was Rob.
I'll never tell.
One of the matches I got face cam. All right, that's it. That's all I got for the news. And we will be right back with Night of the Living Dead.
I've never even seen that remake.
What?
It's not bad.
I've never seen it.
I don't hate it, but it's not the original. Also,
okay, let's talk about that off. We talked about doing this for Night of the Living Dead for Black History Month. I feel it's a very important movie in that vein, especially. But you know, I had brought up the Tony Todd one. I guess that just stuck out to me the most. What's your deal with that, man? Like, how did you not see a Tony Todd movie like that?
I don't know. I just never saw it. I mean, it's a remake. I just always thought remakes would suck, so I never saw it.
It's got Tony Todd in it.
Yeah, but I mean, Tony Todd, while amazing, and I love Tony Todd, but you know, he's also in Hellfest.
Well, all right, but this is a Night of the Living Dead movie. I'm shocked you haven't seen that.
Yeah, directed by Tom Savini, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on, man.
No, I don't know. Again, I don't know how Tom Savini is as a director. I know his effects are awesome, but I don't know what kind of director he is. You know, so I just never watched it.
I think my issue with the Night of the Living Dead remake, and this is, I don't feel as Rob was kind of roasting it in the chat when we were talking about this.
Right.
I don't feel that strongly about it, but I do think of it as the lesser film. And I think the reason, because it's like the effects are great. I liked the directing. The performances were great. They had a great team for it. It on paper, it's, you know, everything you could want from a Night of the Living Dead remake. I think we just didn't need one. I think that's what it came down to. It's like, it didn't really offer me anything that the original didn't. And that was already such an important film in my heart, you know?
Yeah. And I don't think that I roast in our group. Did I? I didn't think I did.
For
a little bit.
For as good as it is, you did. It didn't
Really?
deserve any of that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't remember what I said about it. I've never seen it, so you know, whatever. I was just talking shit, probably. But I mean, we talked about doing it for Black History Month, and the importance of this film is the 1968 original.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's the importance to Black History Month. More so than, the 90 remake or whatever.
90, yeah.
So that's why I just assumed when we
Yeah.
were talking about doing this movie, we would do the original.
So
That's
I do have a couple things that I want to get into with this, but just before I forget, I usually take a decent amount of notes for these things. I barely said anything. Like, I barely wrote anything down about Night of the
too.
Living Dead because it's just so engaging.
Yep.
I just I took a couple notes and then I just got lost in the movie, and it's like,
I literally have one note and a Portnoy written down. That is it.
Wow.
I took a few notes after where it's like, these are things I would like to discuss. But yeah, I think I wrote like 2 things down actually during the movie itself, because it's very engaging.
It really is. It's a wonderful film. And I think it's important in a number of ways. I mean, we're obviously talking about it in respect to Black History Month, but it's also it gave us the modern zombie.
It did.
Before this, zombies were I don't even understand the lore of zombies in the Caribbean, but that's where they were. And I don't know if they were people who were possessed or
it was more of a voodoo situation.
Right. They were like controlled by someone else, or
hoodoo, I guess, technically more of a hoodoo situation.
And Romero was the first person to make them, the reanimated dead who were, cannibals basically.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's important in that respect as well. And also important for independent film. It's one of the most successful independent films of all time. I looked up the numbers earlier and I had them. And now I don't know where the hell they went. But the numbers were just staggering. It made something like 236 times its budget or something.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, here it is. It was made for $114,000 and it made $30 million.
Jesus Christ.
If you adjust that for inflation, it would be it'd be a budget of $847,000 and a box office of $223.6 million.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing that's amazing, Romero got little to none of that money because he got screwed in the distribution deal.
Oh, man.
He didn't understand film distribution, how it worked. And he ended up getting screwed. The other thing that really screwed him too was this movie's been in the public domain since it was released.
Damn,
oh, really?
Yeah. There was a law that is now changed, and I think it was changed in the 80s. But it apparently, if you didn't have the copyright on the screen, the copyright notice, then your work was automatically considered in the public domain.
Oh my God.
They forgot to put it in there. So that's why this movie's available on every, half-ass streaming service in the world for free, and why there are 1,000 different DVD versions of it in the $3 bin at Walmart. It's because anybody can release it, basically.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. Damn. That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
He got
really unfortunate.
That's like a reverse Hitchcock situation. With
Can you imagine though, like inventing the modern zombie movie and just like seeing none of that money?
That's some bullshit, man.
Especially with like all the money that zombies have made since then too.
Jesus.
Like not even just this one, but
yeah. Romero got really screwed on this movie in a number of different ways. I mean, look, I'm sure he did fine for himself.
Right.
Speaking of zombies, that was one thing that I really wanted to talk about. Just I know it's going to be more about Black History Month and like the cinematic importance of this movie, but I just really want to talk about zombies for a minute because this is one of my favorite subgenres of horror. I love zombie movies so much, and I recently have been thinking a lot about this because there's that new Korean zombie show, All of Us Are Dead, and it's very different than the kind of zombie stuff that I usually like. I think zombies are at their best in movies like Night of the Living Dead. I like the slow, like kind of lumbering zombie, and I think it's because a lot of people I get into this argument sometimes where it's like faster zombies are scarier on paper, because they can run and they'll get you, they can team up on you, and they're, it's a bigger threat. And I understand that. Like if I had to run away from one, I'm not going to be as intimidated by a slow moving zombie. But I really like, I think a lot of the fear for me comes in at that like uncanny valley thing where it's like, this is almost a human, but not quite.
Right.
There's just that eeriness. I think it's the same kind of fear that like people would get being alone in a morgue, right? Like there's a dead person there and it's scary, it's like unsettling. And that's something that I think slow zombies just kind of have over fast ones.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something that I really appreciated on this rewatch because, the super fast, like indestructible zombie is becoming more and more popular, I think. And
yeah, and I think slow zombies too, it's that horde, just sort of being overtaken by so many of them.
Yeah, like one, you're going to be fine, even a couple. But as they start to pile up, it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It also gives that aspect of them coming out of nowhere, which, can be done very nicely if done properly. Where it's like you deal with one or two and then it's like, bam, one comes from behind. It's like, oh, shit. Yeah. And they did that in a couple spots on here, man. And it was really good. And, you got to kind of, this is me taking actually, before I even get to that, the intro to this movie is like one of the most iconic things that I think is super underrated.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's so fucking legendary, man. And
I have a t-shirt that says they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah. And it's like, what I think this movie did best out of everything is the realism.
Yeah.
Like they really made it. And even moments like that, like he's fucking with her, he's joking around, haha, and then it happened. The news are like when they were watching the news and they had all those segments about what's happening. The way they were explaining it, I don't know, man. There's something about it that just made it look so fucking real.
Yeah.
And I liked that I liked how subtle the makeup was also.
Yeah.
Because again, they didn't go above and they didn't spend too much time worrying about effects, but it worked,
Yeah. I will say regarding the effects, I read that when the zombies are eating the couple after the truck explodes.
Yeah.
What they're actually eating is cooked ham with chocolate syrup on top.
Oh no.
And, yeah, apparently it grossed out. The joke on set was that they didn't need special effects because everybody who ate that looked so pale and half dead and nauseous already.
That's gross. I love ham now, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, and this isn't me being biased, but I do think The Walking Dead had the best zombies.
Of course
You've got to watch All of Us Are Dead. I know what I just said about slow zombies, but I think All of Us Are Dead has my favorite fast zombies. The thing about Walking Dead, and I'm not all the way through it. I'm at the end of season 4 right now.
Okay.
I'm powering through as best I can in a timely manner, considering there are 10 seasons of that show.
You got balls, yeah.
But like because I on and off prefer the zombies from Walking Dead, but I don't think they're as consistent. And it's like I go through this thing where it's like I kind of appreciate that there's a range of zombies because some of them, are really cool and inventive. The bloated zombie in the well, like excellent special effects. It made sense that he was different than the other zombies. I loved it. But sometimes it's like the makeup looks so different from zombie to zombie that it's like I feel like there's not enough continuity in the Walking Dead zombies. But they're cool. Like,
yeah, I think it's the perfect level of zombie. That being said, this is the first time we've ever seen them in Night of the Living Dead. I'm surprised they look. The subtlety was nice, and I guess it's like even in Walking Dead, if a zombie's been a zombie for X amount of time, it's a lot more zombified. And so I can see they're new zombies. Like these people just turned. They shouldn't be as. I would have liked a little more, but I'm not mad about it.
And this also offered an interesting perspective too, because I think with modern zombies, they look, and And especially in Walking Dead, they make a big deal out of how bad a zombie smells immediately. But it's like, this is like a person, you know, this could be just like a sick individual that you want to go up and help, you know, like you don't know that they're zombies right away. And I think that's also kind of creepy.
They make a point in the movie of saying that these are the unburied dead are being reanimated. So these are people who haven't been dead that long.
Yeah.
You know, these aren't corpses that are coming out of the ground. They you know, made a specific point of saying, you know, these are the unburied dead. So these are people who are dead who haven't gotten around to being buried yet for whatever reason. And I think that makes a big difference. Also in the way that they look and everything else. They just haven't been rotting in the ground for a long time.
Right.
You know, plus, I mean, The Walking Dead probably had a budget per episode that was bigger than they had for this entire film.
Probably.
About.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. A little more though. Not mad about it, but a little more would have been nice. Yeah. So, what else do I have? Oh, the thing I was going to mention before, and this is kind of just me trying to put myself in the moment of the movie, which I try and do as often as possible. It's weird because like we just got Halloween Kills, and you know we've had the Friday the 13th remake and all these things and the Conjurings and Insidious, all that crap that are modern horror movies that we're used to today. They come out and we don't blink. This is what we're used to. This is the status quo. It's weird to think that we've come from, like, in the 60s, this was modern horror.
Mm-hmm.
This was their Halloween Kills. And it's just wild to see how far it's come, man.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Mm.
And along those same lines, I mean, we talked about doing this movie for Black History Month, but we haven't talked about why, in case people don't know.
We should maybe.
Yeah. Dwayne Jones was cast as Ben, who was ostensibly the hero of this film, happened to be an African-American man. Interestingly enough, Romero said that he wasn't trying to make any sort of statement by casting Dwayne Jones.
That was one of my favorite things, is because he said that the part wasn't written specifically for a Black man. Like,
Right.
he was the best actor there. And Romero was like, yeah,
Right.
you.
Yeah, Romero said he was just the best actor who auditioned. And apparently they rewrote part of the script once they had cast Dwayne Jones. I'm assuming the end, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, he literally said he wasn't trying to make a statement, but it was extremely rare for an African-American actor to be cast as the hero in a movie full of nothing but white people in 1968. And so that's the reason. And I you know, it's Dwayne Jones, from what I understand, it wasn't a very happy man. And really was always sort of concerned that he was only going to be recognized as Ben from this film. But you know, he's fantastic in this movie, and I don't know, I haven't looked him up, so I don't know what other movies he's done. But he was tremendous in this film, and you know, I do think that whether he was trying to make a statement or not, I think that Romero did sort of step out on a ledge by casting him in this role. And I'm sure that at the time, you know, it's impossible for me to put myself in the shoes of an African-American person in 2022, let alone to try to go back in time and do it in 1968.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that it had to be thrilling for them to see that sort of representation on screen at the time.
And that was something, if you watch the Shudder documentary, if you watch Horror Noir, a lot of people brought up how important Night of the Living Dead was.
Yeah, I've seen that documentary. I watched it right after it first came out, and it's been a while. But I really enjoyed that. And if you haven't seen that, I strongly recommend checking it out.
Definitely, especially if you're looking to do something for Black History Month. Like, it's wrapping up, but you've still got time to go watch Horror Noir, and they recommend a lot of movies in there that are also streaming on Shudder. So
yeah, a lot of movies I've never seen were recommended in that film. I just haven't had time to watch them.
Can we real quick, also talk about the other reason why we're talking about Night of the Living Dead for Black History Month.
Yes.
Mikey shot down our first 3 picks for Black History Month.
He sure did.
This was our 4th idea.
Yeah.
Is this not a better idea though? For crying
What's
out
with
loud?
that, Mikey?
I don't mind at all that we're talking about.
I mean,
this
I'm not
movie,
mad.
but...
I'm not mad talking about this one at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on.
But it could have been Blackula.
Yeah, it could have been Blackula or Scream Blackula Scream.
I'm not. Blackula is not a horror movie to me.
It is a horror movie.
No, it's not.
It was on Shudder.
So?
It's a
Shudder
horror
only picks up horror movies.
Yeah, the guy's a vampire. How's that not a horror movie?
No, it's not a damn horror movie. And what was the other one?
Bones. I mentioned Bones.
I'd have been down.
About Bones.
Yeah, I'd have been down for Bones. And what was the Jordan Peele one?
We had talked about Get Out.
Get Out. Yeah, I didn't like Get Out.
So. What?
Get Out was not a great horror movie to me. Movie itself is different.
I will say I had that initial like knee-jerk reaction where it's like, because it wasn't what I expected it to be, you know?
Right.
It was funnier than I thought it was going to be, and the tension was really good, but there were parts that I didn't think were. But I've come around like completely on Get Out, and that was the thing, is even when I didn't think it was a great horror movie, it was still a fantastic film.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I eventually came around on the horror aspect, and I went through the same thing with Us too, where it was like my initial reaction was like, that was a dark fantasy movie, but no, it's horror.
I thought Us was really scary when I saw it in the theater.
Yeah,
like there were visuals in Us that freaked me out.
My biggest problem, I think, with accepting Us as a horror movie at first was there was that one guy that was just always making jokes, like before they'd be building tension, and then that one guy would have a funny line, and it's like, let the moment land real quick before you make a joke.
There's nothing wrong with the releasing tension,
but
I didn't want to shit on the movie.
Lupita Nyong'o is amazing, by the way.
The performances.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
And that version of I Got 5 on it. Oh, so good. Mikey's a hater. I told you.
I am not a hater.
He had his haterade before he came on today.
I did not. I did nothing of the sort because I love this damn movie. But yes, Mr. Jones here did like that. Not on the importance and everything behind it. Absolutely 1,000,000,000% yes. But on top of it, he fucking nailed it too, man. Like
he did. He's incredible.
Yeah, phenomenal job.
His acting has aged better than a lot of acting.
Yes.
I feel bad saying like actors weren't as good back in the day, but acting was a different art form back then, because it was more, you had to be more emphatic for the camera, and it wasn't the style to be like as realistic and as it wasn't a huge deal to just kind of make it as realistic conversationally, but his performance has aged so much better than a lot of movies from that time.
A lot of other roles in that time, because the dialogue, obviously, it sticks out.
Yeah, and there's some stuff too that it is very much of its time.
Oh, absolutely.
Still in this movie. I mean, there are certainly things that dated. I mean, this was made back in the good old days when it was okay to smack a bitch when she got hysterical.
Yes. But Dwayne Jones, like when he did, there was something about his role. It didn't bother me as much. The aging stuff, dialogue mostly. I don't know, man. It just, his role seemed more like you could just pick it up and put it in a movie today for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Rob, on the smacking a bitch thing, not only like was it okay for someone to do that, it was okay for the hero of a movie to do that.
Right, yeah.
Can you imagine someone doing that in a movie today? And we're still like,
Holy
we're
shit.
rallying for this guy.
Yeah,
Like-
that's what I said. The good old days.
Holy shit.
I'm joking. Don't cancel me. I'm joking.
Hashtag cancel Rob Humphrey.
Cancel this son of a bitch, please. For the love of God, get rid of him. Like, sorry, Rob, it's not my decision, but apparently we have to.
If you do anything, we're gonna cancel you.
I'm gonna get kicked off this show. I told you before, if I leave Slasher Radio, the Lord Humphrey Audio Entertainment Network goes with me.
Good riddance.
What are you going to do without sexy time with Rob? You'd miss it.
I'll start the Lady Velour entertainment of audio network. And the best part is it's just going to be me pitching shark movies.
So that's just going to be nerd shit, though. That's just going to be.
Could you imagine a world where there was some kind of rift and like we lost rights to Lord Humphrey Audio Entertainment Network and Cat started up that bootleg network?
There'd be a whole show about why they shouldn't have kicked Bilbo Baggins' ass when they clearly should have.
Rob's over on his network somewhere else, just shit talking your network, Cat.
It would be so funny because over on his network, it would be like, it would be responses to my videos. So it would be like,
absolutely.
Here's why they should have kicked Bilbo Baggins' ass. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, they absolutely should have kicked that little fucking nerd's ass.
You know, if we got more patrons, this is we're looking at everybody listening to this show right now.
We're not going to get more patrons. We have the worst audience in podcast.
That's not entirely true. But if we did have more patrons, this beef, there could be a world where, you know, there are two audio entertainment networks. There would be problems.
There would be
very.
I shudder to think. You know what? Don't sign up for the Patreon. Just don't.
But yeah, okay. That leads me into. I want to talk about Tony Todd real quick. Because you know Rob did shit on the '90s movie.
I don't remember shitting on the movie because I've never seen it. All I said was, why the hell would we do the remake? It doesn't make any sense. It'd be like if I said, "Hey guys, you want to do Dawn of the Dead?" You go like, "Oh, the Zack Snyder movie? Fuck no, we were the Zack Snyder movie."
That's very fair. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I think Tony Todd and just get excited and I go with it. So I like that movie a lot.
I gotta watch it. I should watch it. I haven't watched it. That's on me. But
there are some remakes I think we should do. Wicker Man.
That one.
Oh, for God's sake. Just you said that just to piss me off.
Kind of, yeah.
I love the Wicker Man. It's so good. The original. That fucking remake. God damn it.
I really hear the remake was better.
Although I sort of feel like we should do the original Wicker Man just so Mikey watches it to hear his reaction. What the fuck is this?
No, I'm good.
What about the remake?
No, I'm good.
There's a lot of titties in the original, Mikey.
Oh, is there?
Uh-huh.
Oh, we could do that next week. But no, it's a very good remake. Like I've seen the remake, the Tony Todd 90 remake, more than this one. I mean, just I look at Tony Todd did such a good job, and I feel like this. I should have asked him about this when we had him on forever ago, but
or maybe we could get him back on now that I'm on the show. He's gonna want to talk to me.
We might be able to get him back on despite having you on here now, yes. But it seemed to me, and Kat might be able to tell this as well. He was trying to keep that character, Dwayne Jones's character. Like he was trying to just reenact what exactly to the T, change it nothing at all because it's that iconic of a role.
Yeah, I can kind of get that.
Yeah,
I think he's in a tough place.
He is.
In that situation, when you, I think anytime you pick up an iconic role, you're in a tough spot, right? Mm-hmm. Because you want to pay homage and to the original, but you've got to try to make it your own too. You know, it's Jackie Earle Haley playing Freddy Krueger,
right?
You know, like it's just unfortunately for Jackie Earle Haley, who's a fantastic actor, that's never going to work.
There was no way he was going to win that situation.
Right. Yeah. And I think Tony Todd, while I haven't seen the remake, so I don't know, maybe was in a similar position. Now, Tony Todd's a fantastic actor. And, so I could see him in that role. It actually makes me kind of want to check out the remake.
Right.
I mean, it's a movie I haven't thought of in forever. But it does make me want to check out the remake, having just watched the original. Because I can see Tony Todd in that role, and I can see him being great.
I couldn't see anybody else doing that role the way in a remake version. I couldn't see anyone else doing that but Tony Todd.
Right.
You know, it was perfect. He was perfect for it, and I feel like he recognized the importance of Dwayne's character and role and the whole situation in the original, and he just wanted to recreate that exact character that Dwayne did in the original. Shout out to Tony Todd.
Yeah, always shout out to Tony Todd.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm talking, just assume shout out to Tony Todd.
That's what I did last week, man. We said Return Night of the Living Dead, and that's oh shit, Tony Todd. That's what happened. Yeah, I don't know if I had like I said, this was hard to take notes for.
It was because I got into the movie.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, the movie's over, and I'm like, oh shit. The only thing I wrote down was this brother's kind of a whiny bitch.
I took 2 notes, and they're hilarious. The one is a quote. It's sad for the kid that her father is so stupid, which might be my new favorite quote.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's true of a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I also made a note that they're called ghouls.
Yes.
Which was interesting because I've seen this movie about 100 times. And if you had asked me, like, what do they call the zombies in Night of the Living Dead? It's like, wait, what? Because you think of them as zombies now, you know?
Right.
But I had forgotten that they are actually referred to.
Here's a note that I found about that the word zombie is never used, which is very common in zombie movies. Annoys the hell out of me. This one, it makes sense because there hadn't been a million zombie movies before this one came out.
Yeah.
When they do it present day, when the new zombie movie comes out and somebody doesn't immediately go, holy shit, a fucking zombie, you know, I get irritated. They are referred to as those things mostly. They're also called ghouls and flesh eaters in the movie, but they're never called zombies. So yeah, that was the note that I found about that.
I've been working on like zombie scripts, and we give an award out to the first person to say zombie in the movie.
You should, absolutely, because that's exact. I mean, that would be the first thing out of your mouth, right? Holy fuck, a zombie.
Oh yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ. But yeah, they never do that, even in present day movies, and I don't understand why. We all know what a zombie is.
It's something that I really like about All of Us Are Dead is that everyone immediately is like, have you seen Train to Busan? It's like, yes. Good. They know what's
Train
up.
to Busan's amazing.
I love Train to Busan.
It's hard for me to tell which reaction's better for Rob, by the way. The holy fucking shit a zombie or the Mindy Titties thing from earlier. What was that, Rob? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I'm drunk now. I wasn't drunk then, and I'm drunk now. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
I did note also, though, that it's kind of ironic or funny that Ben ends up hiding in the cellar after all.
Yeah.
You know,
he's so opposed to it.
Yeah, after fighting the entire movie with the guy about the cellar not being safe, that ends up being where he goes to find refuge.
It was very funny to me also that the guy makes a big deal and then finally just goes back down to the basement. And then his wife is like, wait, they have a radio upstairs. Should we be up there? And he's like, no. And she's like, but even if the zombies came in, we'd have more places to run.
Yeah.
And he just has to hear it all over again.
Yeah, she lays out the same argument. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I can see both sides of that damn basement too. I mean, it is a pretty good spot, but at the same time, like, you're fucked.
Right. If anything gets down there, you're fucked.
You have to fight your way upstairs against a horde of zombies. Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, what his argument made sense. I just thought it was funny that he ended up hiding down there anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. All around, this movie there's so much going on in this movie. It's so much. I mean, look, here's the best thing I can say about this movie. This is a black and white film made in 1968 that I sat down to watch, and my 14-year-old son watched the entire thing and said a couple of times, "This is pretty scary."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know.
High praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's so good all around. I think the acting is fantastic all around. If a little dated, you're right. It does kind of at times it has that sort of old timey acting style.
Yeah.
It's a little over the top, but you know.
And like
Nothing.
overall, I don't think it was that bad, especially if you compare it to other movies that came out around this
Right.
time.
Absolutely.
But I just think especially Dwayne Jones was like on top
Oh,
of
he's
it.
spot on. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great, you know, but like, you know, there is some stuff like when he shoots Cooper finally. Is it Mr. Cooper? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he shoots that guy finally, he has like one of those old-timey death scenes. You know, where he's like covering the wound with his hand and stumbling around for a while. He's like, all right, dude, fall down dead.
All right. You guys want to get to the Portnoy on this?
Yeah, real quick. I do want to talk about, just because we're at the Portnoy, I wanted to mention this has a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Damn.
It's got a 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and it has a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb. So,
Damn. That's
Pretty good.
impressive. Yeah, that's
Very
impressive.
good. It is a movie that was shot just outside of Pittsburgh or right around the Pittsburgh area. And I have thought many times about taking a trip to visit the shooting locations because a lot of them are still around.
Hmm.
oh, that would be
That'd be
fun
cool, yeah.
trip.
Yeah, I have yet to do it, but you can go visit that. And also some stuff from Dawn of the Dead, too, like the Monroeville Mall is still there.
Yeah.
You know, you can check that out and stuff, too. And I believe there's a Night of the Living Dead museum in or around Pittsburgh somewhere, too.
Ooh.
Which I think would be fun to check out. But I have yet to make it over there, but eventually I will, because it's something that's been on my list of things to do for quite a while. As a matter of fact, when I was hoping to take a trip last year to Camp Crystal Lake, I was going to stop in Pittsburgh and check all that stuff out.
Got a text from them.
I got the same one. Yeah, they're doing new tours.
Yeah.
Starting in May. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it this year because
You keep
planned
buying Benny dolls.
Yeah, and I've planned a lot of stuff too. I bought a ticket to see Van Morrison in Chicago. That's going to be an expensive trip. And you know, I've got the convention coming up, which is just going to wreck me financially.
Yeah.
And I put down a $400 deposit on tickets to see Fish. So
What?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know if you're kidding or not. Is this like a Who thing where there's a Mongolian metal band named
No,
Fish
it was
also?
like it's like 3 nights of Fish. They're playing in Indy, so I put it wasn't quite $400. It was like $350 or something.
That's still
Wow.
too much.
It's 3 nights.
That's still too much.
But it's Fish.
Yeah. Dude, I love
No,
Fish. I'm
Really?
not
I can
joking.
tell.
I spent my college years traveling around seeing Fish. I mean, this
Damn.
will be. I think I've seen them 33 times already.
Holy
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and
All
they
right.
they don't tour in the area as much as they used to. So yeah,
Rob's
I've
just a
spent
mystery. I just feel
He
like I'm always
fucking
learning
is, isn't he?
shocking things about Rob.
So anyway, my point is I spent a lot of money, and I have to get new tires for the car, which isn't very exciting, but has to be done. I spent a lot of money recently and coming up, so I'm not going to be able to make Camp Crystal Lake this year. But at some point, I will be headed to New Jersey, Mikey's favorite state.
At some point, me and you will be Camp Crystal Lake nap buddies. Yeah. Dude, they have overnight shit there.
To visit Camp Crystal Lake. Well, I try to get you to go, and you never want to go.
Well, I mean, I was also fucking broke as shit last time you asked me.
Yeah,
So I could,
yeah.
because they are expensive, not for nothing.
No, it's not cheap, but
No,
I mean, I do want to do it, and
I do too. We
I
gotta drive out there.
imagine when I do that trip there, I will then make the stop in Pittsburgh because it's like on the way to check out all the landmarks from Night of the Living Dead.
I don't think you're allowed to do that without me going to Camp Crystal Lake.
Dude, you never want to go.
But no, I do, but just, like you
never
couldn't
wanna
do it this year. I couldn't do it last year.
go. Yeah, maybe next year. I don't know.
One day, man, me and you are going to be walking through the woods at Camp Crystal Lake holding hands and all.
That's gonna be awesome. We'll skip. Can we skip?
I don't skip.
What?
I don't skip.
Skipping is the best form of transportation.
No, I don't skip. But I would like to do the overnight. Imagine if we can like record a show together at Camp Crystal Lake at the overnight
Are they doing
thing.
overnight stuff now? Because I didn't see that.
I know they have.
Okay, well, I'll look. I'll see what they got going on.
Yeah,
I'll
that
clean
was
out my
part of it.
savings pretty much whenever to go to Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of part of it where it was like I was gonna have to get a hotel and everything.
yeah,
Yeah. Or what we could do? We could stay with Greg.
Oh yeah. That's what I want to fucking do. Yeah.
Can you imagine us just showing up and knocking on Greg's door?
No. That would be like every movie. Like you ever see the episode of Cheers where Sam locks himself out of the bar, he can't get his keys, and he goes from house to house. He just wants to sleep, dude. That's all he wants to do is sleep. And there's a form of annoyance preventing it at every house. Like I could see my just laying at night looking at the ceiling and listening to like who the fuck knows what Japanese horror movie or something he's got on blasting or like listening to a different podcast or ours going to fucking suck. Oh man, who knows? Imagine what Greg's house is like.
I don't know, man, but we can knock on the door and just be like, Amber said we could stay here. And then when we see Amber, we'd be like, Greg said we could stay here.
I think if Amber heard us say that, she'd just go with it.
Yeah, she might. Yeah. She might. Amber's a kind soul.
How the fuck she got matched up with Greg?
I don't even know.
Jesus Christ. Talk about yin and yang. God, two of our favorite people love them both to death. And, I wonder, I never got to ask them, did they meet like because of the interaction with the show?
I don't know. That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
That'd be wild, man. But no, we joke obviously, but no, I do not want to stay at Greg's house because I could imagine me like going to sleep. I got my blanket, whatever on the couch, and Greg pops his head in and goes, "Gabagoo." No.
All right, honestly, I'm here for that.
No. Like, motherfucker. I'll tell you this, I'll leave an upper decker in his house before I leave. Definitely. Poor Greg.
Anyway, what I'm hearing is Slasher Radio Road Trip.
Maybe. Yeah. Mine is Greg's house, please. I'll buy the hotel room.
Maybe.
To avoid that. All right, Portnoy time for this thing. I'm excited to see what you guys think.
All right.
You want to go first, Rob, as always?
You always want me to go first, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. I give this an 8.8.
Ooh. Okay. Damn.
Pretty close to me. I give it an 8.9.
Oh shit.
I really struggled. I wanted to give it a 9. But just all of my 9 movies are things that I watch on my own more often. That being said, I don't think there's ever been a situation where someone has been like, do you want to watch Night of the Living Dead? And I've said no. Like, I don't think it's ever happened,
I think what prevented me from giving this a 9 is one of the things anyway is the audio quality. And that may not be the an issue with the film. It might just be the copy that I watched. Again, public domain, million different copies and transfers and everything out there. But the audio did not sound great on the one that I watched. And that was kind of annoying to me. Other than that, I mean, I have no complaints about this movie at all.
Yeah.
You guys are really gonna make me be a low man on a totem pole. All right. This is a phenomenal movie. It's great. I love it. Just for me, I have to have like for it to be like a 9+, I have to have a connection with it. And for a movie this old, that it's gonna be tough to make that connection. With me personally, because I'm, it's black and white. The dialogue mostly. That's really what it is, though, in all honesty. So I'm gonna settle at an 8.4.
All right. So this is Slasher Radio approved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavily.
As well, it should be
8.7 is what I came up with if I did that right, but I don't know. Been drinking.
Yeah, I think it was around that.
Yeah. But it should be. I mean, this movie's an absolute classic. And you're never, like I said, come on, it's a black and white movie from 1968 that my 14-year-old kid sat down and watched.
What didn't he shit on something recently?
shit on me for buying Halloween Kills on Blu-ray.
He left during Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right?
Yeah. He was out on that, and he was also out on Valentine really quickly.
Smart kid. Smart.
Yeah. But yeah, he mocked me for buying the Blu-ray of Halloween Kills. Evil dies tonight. Shut up.
Are you guys ready for my terrible review of the day?
Oh, was that a thing?
Yeah, I had so much fun with the hot Valentine take that I had to find another one for this week.
Oh, good.
I don't know
Is
how to
it from the same person?
No, unfortunately, I looked. He didn't have a review for Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad.
This is on Rotten Tomatoes. It's from AC's D. It got a half star.
Oh, fuck.
Horrifyingly boring, endless exposition, unrealistic effects, bad acting. Maybe it's not fair to be compared to modern horror, but I'd rather watch any, in all capital letters, any movie after 2000.
I challenge that fucker to watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, I don't think they realize how many bad movies have come out since 2000.
Yeah. All right. That sounds like it was from a kid.
Yeah, that's a child.
Yeah, fucking moron.
Who needs to get his ass whooped is what it sounds like.
Right. And let's be fair here. When you're watching a movie from the 60s, you have to look at it through a different lens than you do a movie from 2000. I mean, it's just not the same thing.
No.
You know, and as you pointed out, Dwayne Jones, his performance would fit in most 2000s movies, right? I mean, he was so good. So yeah, this guy's clearly a moron. Do we have a reasons why Cat's old? Wasn't that a new segment we picked up?
Yeah, that was something. Yeah,
I don't know if it was a recurring segment.
Okay.
Nothing has made me feel that old this week.
All right.
I was trying to explain the Netflix
ancient.
thing.
Yeah.
I do, man.
She's like, I feel so old. I remember when there weren't electric cars. And I'm like, oh, geez.
It was the mailing of Netflix movies where you would just get a DVD in the mail. I don't know why. That makes me feel ancient. I don't like it.
Which is ridiculous. Of course, I remember that. I remember before that existed. I remember hearing that concept and going, what? They mail you movies? That's ridiculous. You go to Blockbuster.
I remember Blockbuster ignoring that, having that same reaction too. Look what happened.
I remember, I think we were still going to Blockbuster when we were signed up for the Netflix mailing thing. But yeah, I don't know.
Yep. I remember when my Friday nights consisted of going to see whatever the new movie was at the theater, leaving there and then going to Blockbuster and renting a couple movies.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I live the life, guys. Crazy times.
Fucking man, could you, side note real quick. I know we're getting out of here, but it always amazes me. The person who has done the worst at their job ever was whoever was in charge of Blockbuster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They had the fucking wherewithal before anyone else knew about it that Netflix was coming, and more than enough money to just shut the door on that shit.
They had a chance to buy Netflix for a few $1 million and said no.
They had a chance to buy them even cheaper than that.
Yeah. That's wild.
And then remember, once they realized that Netflix was going to be a success and it was a thing, they tried to start their own Blockbuster online thing, whatever the fuck. Yeah, it was too late. And now there's one Blockbuster.
Yeah, and they do fucking Airbnb, and I'd give a fucking testicle to spend one night there, dude.
Yeah,
one night.
I will tell you, I will say this. I miss that. I miss the video store.
Absolutely.
I do too.
I really do. There's a couple here. Actually, no, there's one, I think, here still, but I don't go there because I miss it, but not enough to go. It's like
that's why they're gone.
It's like the gym. I should go sign up and then never use it. I don't know.
Have I told you guys my theory on how Blockbuster could probably easily come back?
No.
They should open up their own, very limited at first, movie theater. It'd be an old school style movie theater, very old school, fucking bright yellow and blue Blockbuster. They could have little sections when you walk in where you can rent a movie, like, Redbox style thing. And you can go see, like, they have 2 theaters or something, maybe 3. And they show 2, like, they have 2 of them showing current movies and one of them showing an old school movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know? And that will grow. If you could go to a blockbuster movie theater over AMC, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it's only a matter of time before Blockbuster comes back, because you're starting to see like a lot of people that are just really nostalgic for the 90s. And it's like, if they brought a Blockbuster back, I'd go,
Yeah, but
it's
the
only a matter of
problem
time before someone with money has this revelation and makes
the
it
problem
happen.
is that we'll go once and never again. That's what we do with all the old shit we want back.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't know. It's weird. Like Redbox, how is that company even still in business? Who uses that shit anymore?
Who the fuck knows? How did it?
I mean,
who
I'm
the
not
hell
gonna
returns them?
Yeah, I gotta drive to a box and rent a movie, and then I gotta fucking mess with taking the movie back when it's gonna be streaming somewhere anyway.
Yeah, no.
Everything's streaming now. I don't know. It's not the same.
It's not.
The whole world sucks.
I agree. All right, guys. So that's it. Night of the Living Dead. Wrapping up Black History Month. Happy February. We got March rolling around. We got to figure out what we're going to be doing as far as March Madness. I guess we got to start that. That's going to be next week.
We're starting Murder Madness next week?
Starting Murder Madness next week because
It should be the week after, right?
No.
Right? No?
Oh, I thought we'd
it'll
get a
drop.
Patreon. I thought we'd get a Patreon pick in next week, but
well, yeah, we probably could. It'd just be 3 weeks. We gotta look at the fucking the style from this is typical slasher.
We haven't planned
this
anything.
This is how it happens.
We still have an argument, but most of the lines on the spreadsheet are us arguing on the spreadsheet. We're doing great over here.
I filled in one more.
Oh wow!
Yep, I contributed, guys.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna after I've gotten some food and done a couple of work things, I'm gonna brave the spreadsheet tonight to make my contributions. I'm scared.
Yeah, I need to look at because I did have some ideas. Like I said, I just forgot all of them.
Fair enough. Jeremy Melton's on top of
Good.
Number one seed.
That's all I care about. Number one seed.
Nose bleeding, fucking sissy ass.
Go to slasherradio.com. You can check out all of our episodes, articles, interviews, our shop. Everything is there. Support the show. You can do that by purchasing something from the shop or going to patreon.com/slasherradio.
Rob's face t-shirt, Cat's boyfriend. Come on.
Don't.
Please do it. You can go to the Patreon. That's how you support the show. If you're looking at about support, if you want to support the show and everybody on Twitter, we appreciate you spreading the word, and that helps out too. But if you're looking to support the show, that's where you do it. patreon.com.
Stop being a tightwad, you fuck. Come on.
Tiers starting as low as $3 a month. The more you contribute, the more we are able to do. It helps us greatly.
Yeah, didn't you hear all this money I'm spending?
Yeah. $400 on a
Mikey and I are trying to go to Camp Crystal Lake, and we don't want to have to stay at Greg's house.
We're gonna get thrown out of there. I hope you know.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Greg's house or Camp Crystal?
Both.
Definitely bold. I can picture Greg like Fred Flintstoning us out of the day. Like, nope.
Like a middle of the night. We're gonna sleep in our fucking car.
Yeah. It'll probably be for us arguing with each other. He wants to sleep, and as he's kicking us out, we're still arguing with each other.
Yeah.
Park outside his house, he still hears us. That'd be great. So Patreon tier starting as low as $3 a month. Please support the show. It helps us out a lot. And I'm at Mikey's Den on Twitter. Hit me up if you want to. Rob, what are you doing?
I am on Twitter at RadioRob123. And you can listen to my other show, This Horror Life, wherever you are listening to Slasher Radio.
That is correct. Kat, where you at?
You can find me on Twitter at cat_velour, VOLEUR. And that's it.
That's it? Okay, fair enough. All right, so come back and check us out next week, guys. Good night from Slasher Radio. Holy fruit.
Woo! All right.
What do you got to do to get thrown out of there?
I don't know. I imagine it's harder to get thrown out of his place than Camp Crystal Lake.
We'll figure it out both ways, though, damn it.
Yeah.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.